Everyone, it's Suzanne here of Lewis and Company Real Estate, and we are very excited to launch a series of great videos called Real Talk. And this is going to be an opportunity for us to engage with some of the people that we work with in the industry. And I think it's really important for people to know that this is not all sort of done in a vacuum. It's not just done with one person, but we have a huge team of people who help to support your business and our business and taking care and making sure that you get the most amount of money for the sale of your home. And so today is going to be the first one that we're launching. We're very excited to introduce the Property Stylist, Becky Freeman, who is one of our amazing stagers. And she's going to talk to us today a little bit about staging.
Thank you so much. I am so honored to be here joining you.
Yay, we're very excited to have you here as well, and know that you are actually coming to us directly from your warehouse, which is really cool.
I am sitting at my desk in my warehouse and ready to dive into all things staging and preparing homes for the best sale that we can get them.
Awesome. Okay, so first of all, most important to begin with, I'm looking down at my notes here, what is staging and really why is it important?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, a lot of people, when they're selling their homes, we don't sell our homes every year, and it's not something we often do. So a lot of people are really new to the concept. Staging is essentially merchandising a product. Okay, so, when you're going into a mall, you are seeing the windows change in the displays, and that's because we want to keep things fresh. We want to keep things appealing to the customer, the consumer eye. I often refer to the example of, if anyone's selling anything, even a Lamborghini, if you're going to sell a Lamborghini, you are going to have it detailed before you sell it. Even though it's an amazing product already and it has a lot of integrity, it still needs to look its best to sell to get that top dollar.
In terms of like why it's important, it would be to get top dollar for a house. And what exactly is staging? Like if I'm a customer or a client looking to sell my house and I'm saying to them, or you're saying to them, we need to stage your home. What does that mean for the general consumer?
Yeah, that's also a great question. So the logistics of staging are simply paring down. That's kind of an overall arching term that we can use. Paring down first and foremost all of the extras in a home. Essentially, when we live like every day, like with our kids and with our pets, and like we've got a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of things that we need to survive and to make life comfortable. However, when we have a finished merchandise product, those things are really stripped away, and we're just showing the showcased visual product of a house when we are ready and when it's completely staged. So bare essentials, we want to show how every room in the home, every usable space can be kind of given its full potential. So we want to take away anything that is competing with that use. So any extra products, personal items, extra doodads and whatnot. We want to just make everything streamlined. Yeah, we're just really interested in bringing out a very clean and depersonalized space.
Right. Okay. I mean, I kind of sometimes talk about it as like a showroom or aspirational living. Like when people walk into West Elm or something, for example, they're like, "Ooh, I love this." It's not necessarily the way you live at home, but it's kind of what pulls at your heartstrings, and that's ultimately what we're trying to do, is trying to get buyers to fall in love with your home, and have emotion attached to it. And I think I know the staging does that for a lot of buyers. Okay. Trends for 2021.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about, what's hot, what's not, what people are really gravitating to?
This is awesome. I think in general, in the last 5 years, I've seen a huge shift in a lot of areas of design and decor, where generally everyone is kind of coming out of the woodwork and everyone's a little bit of a, a hobbyist in terms of decor these days because of Pinterest, because of Instagram. And so a lot of trends have come and gone. There's some that are still sticking around, like a little bit of the boho chic, the macrame hangings that everyone's into. And the rattans and things like that are still sticking around here and there, but I think in less volume. So we're doing like hits of boho here and there, but not a full room, so to say. Now, as we all know, this past year has also kind of shaken everybody to their core in terms of what life looks like. So we're doing work from home now. So home office spaces and how we can make them the most comfortable and appealing and also practical for, actually being able to get some good work done at home so we're not distracted and all those things. So creating Zen workspaces. I think Zen is kind of the key word for 2021. Also just because of the, we've been a little bit stressed out and we need a little bit more, we need, never before have we talked so much about meditation and just being able to ground yourself at home, especially because the world is just such a chaotic place these days. So natural materials, elements, wood, stone is huge, rattan, and also caned furniture.
It almost feels like bringing like nature inside. When
Yeah.
you're talking about all these items, right? Like all natural stuff, rattan, stone, it's kind of like, yeah, I feel like we need to be more connected to nature right now, and design and style kind of, I think, echoes that a little bit. Maybe you could take us on a little tour of your warehouse and show us some of those pieces. Would that be okay?
Yeah, I would love that because I'm here and I can just show you around of what I'm bringing in for this year and just to kind of reflect that trend we're looking at.
Awesome. We'd be excited to see what you have going on behind the special curtain.
Okay, here we go. I'll take you around, okay?
Okay.
Was just going to walk back into the warehouse, and then I realized right here I've got a really cool example of some finishes that you will see in the trends for 2021. Number one would be terrazzo, like you see on the clock there, for many items: furniture, flooring, backsplash. And then we've got this boucle fabric, which you kind of, I'm sure, have seen somewhere in the trends from last year. It's still staying very strong this year. It's textural, it's cozy. Real plants, wherever we can get them, and this is a great example if you don't have a green thumb, mother of tongue or snake plant. They're really hard to kill. That's where they get that name from, mother of tongue. The raffia, shade cover, again, the natural materials, very organic. And then again, just noticing the legs or the Scandinavian inspired design on those. So Scandi, Danish, very hot still as well. And then we go back into the warehouse and I'm seeing right away, right here, an example of caning on one of our cabinets, which is still super hot. Leathers, kind of the creamy caramels are still in. And then wovens. So we've got these cute little benches here. They're stacked right now, but the woven, so again, some more natural materials, more caning here. Mixing metals is still in. We've got legs with some gold on it, mixed with some woods. Let's see what else I've got. All right, so we can't deny how the plant fever is still alive. Here's my jungle in the warehouse. So any plant of any shape and size, very, very good to fill any room in your house with greenery. Okay, and now we are on my other side of the warehouse where I have some smaller items. So you can see here lots of baskets and natural woven materials. And then we've got metals. Again, I was mentioning the mixed metals. So black metal with the gold, ceramics, those things are really hot still. And then things like perforated metal. So that's an example of a coffee table we've got. And then again, more the Scandinavian Danish design. And one last design trend is mixing in some vintage. So we can have a little bit of fun with different eras of design. And you can see on those chairs, we've even got some caning.
Okay, that was an amazing tour of your warehouse. So thank you
Good,
so
I'm
much.
glad you liked.
So interesting. I love it. I can't believe how big it is. Like, I think people, don't have the concept of how much inventory you have and the collection of what you have. So I think it's really great. So thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
So another question that a lot of my clients ask me, like, how does this work? Like, where does my stuff go? Is it not just like, taking out furniture, bringing in furniture, as simple as that? Like, to give us an idea of like the process, and also be interested to know a little bit more about, your support staff. Is it just you, Becky, bringing things in and out? Like, who else is part of your team? And maybe give us an idea of the process.
That's a great question. It can be overwhelming, absolutely, when anyone who is looking to sell thinks of, oh my God, where do I start? There's so many things. So we've talked a little bit about kind of the downsizing strategy when you're thinking about selling. It's kind of getting rid of those, you're just filtering. You're really filtering the things that are absolutely essential for life while you're still living in the house, maybe during the listing period. Versus the things that can really just get packed away and stored. And so that's the big key word, is storage. And when I'm helping clients, they're often, again, we don't move often, and we don't, think about, okay, how do I logistically get things from A to B? So I have my own in-house moving team that I love. And I also, this year is actually a new enterprise for us. We're going to be offering in-house storage for clients, because I often find it's a stressful, thing to figure out, like which storage unit, like if they are considering a public storage locker, those are good. But I find that with clients, it's really hard for them to know what size of storage unit to rent. Right. Will it all fit in a 10 by 10, or will I need a 10 by 15? And it just becomes a little bit more chaotic, versus we can just say for you guys, you know what, let us help you. We can take it away. We will bring it back whenever you're ready. We'll charge you per volume. So we won't, hold you to an amount until we see it all in person. So anyways, there's it's about packing up. If you need help packing, we also offer those in-house services. We want to become more of a one-stop shop. So we can get more into that later, but.
So basically what you can do, or what can be done, is going into people's homes, help them declutter, help them pack things up, take things out, put it into storage, get it all ready, get sort of like a fresh plate there ready for everyone, and then bring in your pieces. And I mean, we work together so many times and with so many incredible successful sales. Every single time a client leaves the home for a day or so, and then they come back into the home after Becky has staged it, they are shocked. Like, they're shocked. They fall in love with their home all over again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're like, no, we don't want to sell. But it just is absolutely, the transformation is absolutely incredible.
Yay.
And yeah, which is always just so incredible. It's just so amazing. And it's great to certainly see the results. One last question for you, because I get this question a lot as well.
Sure.
Is there really any data to prove that staging works? I mean, do you have any numbers that you could help us and show that people are going to make more money with staging?
Yeah, that's a fantastic one as well, just because people do love hard numbers when it comes down to it. Again, it's a first for them. Not a lot of people have experience with staging. So it's like, what am I putting my money on the table for right now if I don't even know if it's going to work? I love that the work that we've done together, we could literally show them projects and how they've come about and how they've had the success that they've had. Also, projects that have been on the market, I come in, we do the stage, we do the repairs and what should have been done in the beginning, and then see how quickly, the results happen from there, which it's pretty awesome. There is a North American, it's a National Association of Realtors. They have a statistic that anywhere from 1% to 3% of the list price is average for a seller to invest in the property to prepare it for market. So it's an average, investment. And then it is shown that 8 to 10% of that that investment returns 8 to 10% in value back on the sale price. So it really is a no-brainer. It's just about being comfortable to trust that investment. It's not just putting more money into the house. I hear it a lot where people are like, oh, I'm not spending any more money on this house. It's not about that. It's about investing in your asset that you're going to get back when you do sell. So, and the return on that, 60 to 90 days is the maximum usually for a closing period. So you're not waiting very long for that investment to come back into your pocket.
Yeah, absolutely great point, because I've definitely seen it many, many, many times over the last, decade that I've been at this, where I've seen properties sit on the market, not staged, sometimes for, could be months. And then finally, they sort of, shift gears, stage it all up, fresh coat of paint, which always helps, lighting always helps. And then, with the right strategy and right marketing plan, the property's then sold in 7 days. So the proof is 100% there. So that's exciting. So thanks for sharing that with us as well. Okay, so thank you so much, Becky, for all this. You've been a source of inspiration and a wealth of knowledge, as always. So we're going to be starting to wrap things up. But before we do, I just wanted to let everybody know that several years ago, I kind of said to you, Becky, please come to my house, give me some design ideas. And you were so busy, as you are right now, but your business model really at that point was just staging. And I really was waiting for you to possibly branch out and, do some design consultation as well. So from what I understand from our conversations in the last few weeks, this is your 2021 vision, and that you are going to be offering design consultation. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I think when we first met, I was working 100% on my own. I did hire out some moving help, but now I have acquired an amazing team of very talented creatives who help me with my styling, the installations. And I have been in talks with some design friends of mine and colleagues that we're now putting together a little bit of a design division within the business, because we really feel like we can help those who are really craving some inspiration and direction when it comes to styling to stay in their homes. So especially now that we're all very much in our homes for more time than we are used to, we are looking to make our spaces ever more special than we have before. So coming soon, I would say by spring, we'll be in full motion. Right now, we're kind of just putting out some feelers. So if you're interested, we can talk more about that in the future.
Yeah, we'll include a link and some information as well for people to be able to, with this video, they can reach out to you. Again, Becky Freeman, the Property Stylist. We're super excited and happy and proud and honored to have you with us today on our first episode. Thank you so much. And again, everyone, we're going to have Becky's contact information available, her website, how to reach her, and some examples of some of her work. Thanks, everyone, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next episode of Real Talk.